What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to go through the layout and kind of give you a 2023 layout tour with what's all new, what's all different. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so we're here in the train room. Now, the train room has changed many times, and as I go through the 2023 tour, I will give you pictures at the end of each part, so you can see what has changed throughout the layout and what's different. And I'll also go through the layout room. So let's start off with what is in the layout room. Well, we have two layouts. One of them is a post-war layout. It's 2 tracks, simple. In this corner, I have some photos, Strasbourg 90. That's an old calendar. Of course, I gotta have the 611 on the wall. Then this side is the main table of the layout. It holds most of the trains and holds most of the scenery. And then we have Strasbourg 89 on the wall, which clearly I'm a Strasbourg fan. Yep. And then we move over. Then we have the secondary platform to the main part of the layout. This is probably not going to be here forever. It could be. Who knows? And then on the back wall, we have a Burke, and then we also have a light in the back for when I run it at night. That way I can get some light when I'm filming. And then we obviously have where I put all my tools. It gets messy. Don't mind if it is a little bit messy. I have been working on the layout. And then we have my couch. And then we have what I like to call my photo wall. I have a poster that I made in high school, and then I have a bunch of different pictures from an old calendar that I had, and then I have my Crossed Anchors Railroad thing from their traveling car. And then we move over. I have a nightstand. I have a record player, and then I have another light that is blue, and I also could change colors. So yeah. So let's start going through the different layouts and talking about them and what has changed and what is new since this layout was first started. So the first layout that I'm going to talk about is here in the corner. Now, if you guys know, when this layout was first made, there was a chair in this corner. That chair's gone. It's not even down in the train room anymore. We ended up putting a Christmas platform here. I think it was 2 Christmases ago, maybe last Christmas. I'm not sure. But we ended up wanting to keep the platform, so we just raised it up off the ground, and then we made it into a post-war or conventional running layout for, like, the conventional trains. So, like, any of the post-war, the pre-war, I don't own pre-war, but in case I ever do, and then the modern-day conventional line now. Anything that I want to run here that's conventional, I can run on this layout. Now, I'll turn it on for you guys. It will be a little loud when I first kick it on, but it is lit. It all lights up. The middle line is 036, but it also has switches in the middle. And then the outside line is 036 as well, and it also has working crossing gates and lights. It has 2 shelves on the outside here. And then it has 4 that I just added, the 4th one, but it does have 4 shelves. And most of these are all the conventional locomotives. Some of them did slide over to the other layout. So speaking of the other layout, let's head over there and I'll give you a tour of that spot. So this is the start of this layout. This is where it all began. This was a original Christmas layout from my uncle. He no longer sets anything up because he just doesn't have the time. So he gave us this when he found out we wanted to build a train layout. Now, it has changed a little bit. The only thing that really has changed has been the curves. These are 052, 42 curves now instead of 036. And I also did pull out one of the switches in the back because I ended up reusing that over on the other end. But other than that, it hasn't changed much, other than what locomotives I run and the trains on here. That's the only thing that's changed. So let's just continue rightwards. But this is the original, and like I said, at the end, I'll throw in some original photos. Now, let's take a second in between the two layouts to show you what I use to run my trains. As you can see, I have assortment of smoke unit or smoke fluid, and then I run a few conventional, and then I run some on Lionel Legacy. I'm working slowly to get DCS. I've been saving up money, but right now all I run is Legacy and conventional. So I have this line here runs Lionel or conventional, and then this one runs off of a ready-to-run remote. This outside track here runs either on Legacy or conventional, and then the two inside lines run conventional, or the Hogwarts Express uses its remote. So that's what I run everything on. I'm planning on hopefully in the future upgrading everything so I can have a really good system running my trains. But let's get into the main spot on the layout. This is the main spot of the layout. This is what everyone's going to come down and actually see. This is the largest part on the layout. I'll throw in a picture at the end. There was many different stages of this layout. In fact, it didn't originally come out all the way to this wall. Where that mountain is, there was a TV. And then about where the 611 was where the original track went, and it just went up and matched the mountain where that bridge is. So this was all expanded afterwards. So this was expanded from this, I think, a few months after, honestly. It's gone through a lot of changes. For example, that mountain in the back wasn't there. A lot of these mountains were styrofoam to start out. The Atlas 042 curves were originally not there. It was two loops, both fast track. One was 060, which is the outside that is still 060. And then the inside was 036 fast track, which it still is, but the layout design has changed. And a lot of the plans and road designs have changed. So, if you look in previous videos, this road didn't originally go into the mountain. This wasn't here. Actually, if you look back in the last video, none of this was here. But, I've added houses, buildings. I'm working on lighting everything. That'll have trees up there. That used to be a lot thinner. I obviously, when I added Atlas track, I had to expand the tunnel out a bit. But yeah. So this is more of the calm, out of the city area. You have the local little train station. You have some houses. Now, if you're wondering why I have Christmas tree stuff, my layout, I'm kind of going for the midst of fall into winter. So, that's why we have a Christmas tree shop, a house that has Christmas lights, and all the beautiful fall trees. And yeah. So a lot of scenery work has happened. But this is what this area is. It's more of the, you go out, you're going through the city, and then you get out of it, and there's just a bunch of empty space or houses and local little tiny businesses such as the Christmas tree shop and a little tiny church. So yeah, so that's what this is. So let's slide down and I'll show you this area to the right of me. So this area down here, as you can see, this obviously was not original. It obviously was expanded, and this center spot here can actually pop up so it can actually get underneath the layout. I actually have plans to change that. I just haven't got to it yet. I gotta plan out, because this section is gonna be like the city area. It's gonna have a lot of buildings, businesses, fire station. A lot of buildings are gonna be down here. It's gonna be house the large train station. But I'll throw in a picture before this of what this spot here looked like. This was not here. This was not even thought of when we built the layout originally. Actually, where that road meets, that was where we expanded off of. But this originally was going to be that, and then where that mountain was not even planned. I got bored one day and built that mountain. That just wasn't even in the plans. That was going to be a building back there. And then I decided I wanted more mountains, so that was built. And then if we slide to the right, this is the train facility. This originally wasn't there. Like I said, I'll throw in photos here and there of what it used to look like. And then as you can see, I have like a old ripped out line with train cars that were kind of left to kind of just rot or rust. And then over here is the end of the train layout, and that is actually the entrance of the layout. This layout here has about probably 7 shelves, 3 super long ones to hold, for example, the 611's passenger cars, or a long train such as the conventional K-line locomotive, which is on loan from my friend. And then this one here has 4 smaller shelves, kind of designed for ready-to-run sets or single locomotives, such as these, or the Eagles train, or the 2 diesels, and the passenger trains down there. So that's what that is. I'm planning on changing some of the shelving, making them a little bit more sturdy, and maybe closing them in and putting plexiglass over them, so that way they're a little bit more safe, and I'll just open doors and stuff like that. So that is really the main tour of the layout. I'll throw in pictures here and there, but I'm gonna get into a quick little how many locomotives I have, what kind of locomotives, railroads, and stuff like that. And then I'll get into running some trains for you guys, and then that'll be the end of the video. So, real quick, how many locomotives do I have? Well, I'm going to go by the type of locomotive. So, in total, I have 18 steam locomotives. 12 of those are Lionel, and 6 of them are MTH. And then I only have 7 diesels, which 4 of them are Lionel, 2 of them are MTH, and 1 of them is K-line. So that is how many locomotives I have. I didn't do it total. But I clearly have a love for steam locomotives more than diesel. But yeah, so 18 steam and 7 diesels.